butterflies, I am back. Today is April 1st. I know it's April Fool's Day, but this is not going to be an April Fool's Day video. This is going to be the video that I just came back after like maybe a month or 1 month of March of this year, 2023. So you've been wondering my last video of Valentine's Day where I have some issues with it and has some advices to talk about like Valentine's Day, and that was my last video before I didn't film a video for the whole March month. If you guys didn't notice, I'm very sorry about that. But in today's topic, here's the reason why I've been gone for just the whole March month. So this is going to be a few multiple story times to combine since I haven't done it of this March before April rolls around. And another thing is that I wasn't able to film a video or have any ideas of what I'm going to do to film. But now I got an idea what to film. I've been wanting to film this ever since, but I never got a chance to. And I will explain to you what's been going on. So more about this video, since I'm on live, I decided I'm just gonna do live instead like recording since I'm still on my phone as my recording camera. I don't have like a camera at all for YouTube. So I'm gonna use live, that's the only solution. Anyways, my first story time topic is gonna be about the first one I will be talking about is how my friendship goes and what happened to it. Basically, what ended up is I ended up being 1 month or a month free out of a situation where I had with a friend before. What happened really is not really like, I don't feel like going to detail, but all I can say is that I just ended up and splitting up with a friend maybe the last day of February or the first week of March or something. I don't really know because it was been like ended already. It feels like fast, and thinking about it, it's just looking back at how it all happened. So what happened is I ended up splitting up with a friend, more like I could say like a best friend. I can't tell you who it was or what gender it was. I'm just gonna say it was an ex best friend of mine. Not like a BFF. I know I already have a BFF, but it's not my BFF. It's one of my close friends who I trusted before, who was just let's say young than me or same age as my brother, which I'm not gonna tell you again who it was. I ended things off with him or her. I ended things all of this happened, him or her. I'm not gonna tell you which one. So I'm free now until and school, and like it all started in art class. Where if you're watching this, you know who I'm talking about. Um, I just met with this new person who was in my first block, and me and him have been pretty close and become friends really quick. And after that, we just started chatting and meeting up at school, maybe in morning of school and after school. That's the only thing we can meet, you know. And he lives in the same area, but the area that I would go there to like a lot with my parents or maybe my dad. We've been we're in good terms since ever since I got a new best friend. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, this is going to be another thing. I wanted to switch things up of my topic because my topic would have been so long to talk about. I'll just move on to the other one that I wanted to say. It's going to be a little short one. Another thing short notice is that if you recognize that I had goldfishes, or maybe, yeah, goldfish in maybe like last videos or recent. I do have betta fishes before, but they all passed away. And now I own goldfishes, which are 6 of them now. I can show it to you right now. And recently what happened to my goldfishes is that 2 of my fishies passed away. And before of that, I had 8 goldfishes. But 2 of them passed away. And I used to have a goldfish, like 2 of them. I got 2 goldfishes back then. One of it passed away before the 2 of them. And they're being feisty a little bit right now. I can just show you who they are. They still live in the same tank with the lead lights on. Here. Let's see. This one is Pirate. I named him Pirate because this is the new one I got since March 18th. This was on March 18th. And the other one I have this new one included. Her name's Ochako, but oh, that's Ochako, the big gray one, the fat one. The pirate I was talking about, he had one eye when I first met him, and this pirate with one eye, like right here. Hello, babies. Oh, they just pooped. I'm so sorry. The other one, on the next day, my dad and I got new fishies with the black stripe. Their names are Zach and June, if you can see that right here. And the small one, the gray one, is Tori. She's still alive. And then the small goldfish with the black tail, the black spots tail, that is Bronte, if you could see. So these are little fishies. It, and this is all the food that I've just fed them. And this is the bowl. We just rearranged the rock that says believe. Here are the colors of the pebbles and the rocks. Like pebbles and rocks mixed together. Hello, babies. As you can see, this is so cute, but they're so big at the same time. We eventually moved the pineapple home because I bet they need some space to swim, so I'm keeping this SpongeBob pirate. Or, like, SpongeBob pineapple, not pirate. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about my fish that I just named Pirate because Pirate has one eye when I first met him. They're so cute. Cute fishies, but I don't want them to get cooked. I'm trying to charge my phone while I'm doing this. So what I also want to talk about is the fishies so you guys can see and take a look of my pets. The food that I fed them is the flakes, and I also got this recent food is the goldfish pellets. I didn't even know they exist. I thought they only exist on betta fishes. Goldfish flakes, and this one is this pellets, variety pellets. Sometimes I crush them, but I knew they can eat it whether it gets wet in the water. That's their food. Sorry, my eyes are itching. Another thing, another topic we're going to be talking about is what's going on in school um, on March. Back in school was great. School was great and all. I still keep up with my grades and like homework. That's another thing why I've been out of YouTube. That doesn't mean I quit or anything. It's because a reminder of all of you if you guys don't know, I'm still in high school and a junior of my third year, and I'm about to get out of my high school next year. So I will be a senior when I finish my junior year. And it's April, so I still have 2 months to go. My last day of school would have been so early, since due to last year, I thought my last day of school was like June 13th. That's what I remember, but it was actually June 2nd because for June 2nd, I didn't even have to take the finals for the next day and the rest of the days. So, what happened? I just got an early last day of school of my sophomore year on June 2nd because I don't have to take the finals if I pass classes, which I did, and I did a very good job on it. Another thing is that I keep up with my grades. My grades have been all A pluses, 90s pluses through 100s. Let me tell you, straight A student came back, which is me. I'm not saying like I fail, but like I actually failed, but what I mean is straight A student came back is that this year I've been getting A pluses. That's what I meant. Not like I failed for a very long time. That's not what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that because you know me. Oh, right here. I don't know if you guys realize this. Off topic, but This photos you see, this is from my Valentine's Day photos that I got taken in school. I had a photography class where they have a background, like a Valentine's Day background, and I have to pay to get the pictures. So this one right here, I just hang them up from my closet door with clothes. Ignore the mess. Yeah, and I just even did a little signature. You guys can't see it. I don't know if I can zoom it in. Oh wait, I can zoom it in. You can see the signature and the dates. All of this is on Valentine's Day 2023 of this year. I'm sorry I forgot to mention the photos. Those were taken since like Valentine's Day, as I said. And peep the My Hero Academia shirt. Like the sweatshirt. Can we just talk about this? I'm a huge My Hero Academia fan. Like, big fan. I even got all the merchandise. Okay. Now I talked about school. I'm thinking of another topic. Not like another topic. If there's another thing I want to talk about, still about school. Hmm. What can we talk about? Everything's very good. Just to be honest with you, I hanged out with people. I hanged out with my new best friend. That's all I could say. Made good memories, just myself. I still do TikTok. Yeah, I still do TikTok. I still do. I do photos, of course. Do some art. If you guys are thinking if I still do art while I was gone, yes, I still do art. What do you guys expect? Exactly. But for my art class, I'm working on this new project that seems not that so bad. It's called like a grid project, like a grid art. I'm gonna get some water. So hopefully I get to work on for the project when spring break is over. Another thing I want to mention is I'm on spring break started, but it's only the weekend. My spring break of the week is starting like on in 2 days to maybe Easter before I'm gonna be coming back to school on April 10th, so I didn't check the whole thing like the week, and I still have a lot going on. While I'm still in school and I'm 17-year-old myself, I have other things I want to talk about. This one topic is that I might be starting driving at the age of 17 or maybe 18, maybe on my senior year. Who knows? I'm planning to study more and get ready to take it seriously on driving and having my first car with my dad. I will be studying more often. I'm gonna try to do it on throughout the whole spring break if I get things settled, if I understand it. I would have let my dad know that I'm ready for it, take a test, and do the driving process and get my ID, anything like that. As long as that I know of, that's I know of. But yes, I'm gonna be starting driving very soon if I get things right and feel prepared of driving a car. I still have the papers. It's like a thick type layer of papers that I'm be studying from, but they're just copies, and I would just grab a single copy to check it over and overview it about like driving a car. I'm gonna be ready for driving, so I'm probably gonna make a video maybe about that very soon, maybe my senior year, as I said. Let's see. I want to do like another topic for right now is I wanted to talk about anime. Let's talk about anime. Me as me as an anime fan, I just watched Pokemon again, but I was watching Indigo League. Indigo League. I just remembered watching that growing up. I just want to watch it again. And I was also watching childhood shows like My Little Pony, Pokemon was the start. But My Little Pony, please. If anyone knows My Little Pony and is a fan, you just got yourself an OG. And that's on period. So you know me, watching childhood shows, it just make me happy. And if anyone realized this, that Pokemon, the OG, like the original trainer and the freaking Pokemon just retired or like leaving. I even made a drawing about it. I'm gonna show you right now. So, oh my gosh, wait. I can rotate this. Not like rotate, I mean flip screen. So this one is, let me explain this art. This is supposed to be a goodbye for Ash Ketchum and Pikachu. And all the writings you see are the goodbye notes from all the Pokemon human characters. Yeah. And right now, right now, sorry, right now, it is the 26th anniversary of Pokemon. What in the world? That is so long ago. I wasn't even born in the 90s. I'm born in 2000, babe. I'm born 2000. But 2005. Okay, all my butterflies, 2005 butterflies, where you at? Where you at? I just want to know. I can't be the only 2005 here. I bet there's a lot of 17-year-olds around the world. I feel like everybody is 17. Like, mostly teenagers, I feel like mostly teenagers are 17 now. Just like me. Because I'm born November 4th. But I'll be 18 on November 4th, 2023. Just letting you know. It's crazy that I'm gonna be 18. What in the world? I'm 17, feeling like I'm 18. And then people in school thinking like I'm a freshman or a senior, and that's okay. I just assumed that to other people too. Not like in a bad way. I just thought if anyone's the same grade as me or what grade that I think of. Let me say another thing. Oh, I still watch My Hero Academia, but I don't feel like telling you the whole thing about it. Just a simple thing I'm saying. I'm still watching My Hero Academia, and I'm still looking forward to watch new animes that I've put it on my list on notes or the ones that I wanted to watch. I'm still watching the Pokemon Indigo League, which it had 82 episodes. I would like to watch all Pokemon, but if I finish the Indigo League, the Pokemon, then I can go watch another anime and maybe come back to another Pokemon series. Cause you know me, I'm like the cartoon fan, as you can tell. I don't know what else I wanted to say. And oh, it's very nice though. It's supposed to say like 49 or 70s, but it's like 70s on April. Um, hold on, I'll be right back. I just unmute my. I just have to mute it because my mom got me punsy. It's like a Filipino noodle with a little chicken. I'm gonna eat a little portion. I'm sorry. Just food. Okay. The last thing I've been wanting to talk about, which is gonna be very long to say, The last topic is something to do with sports. And you know what sport I'm talking about? Lacrosse. Yes, everyone. Big news. Yeah, YouTuber, me, not like actual YouTuber, just your normal teenage kind of girl, your butterfly Jaslyn is on the lacrosse team, and I'm gonna do a story time about it. But first, I need to go find. Okay, I'm just gonna brush my hair. I just got out of the shower, sweat. The story time about my lacrosse journey is, let's start rewind on way back in 2022. In 2022, um, it's been very long before I just joined lacrosse in my high school. This was my first time. I started lacrosse on my mom's birthday, which is June 26th, and let's just say it caught my eye about lacrosse when it comes to just a stick and a ball. That caught me in the eye, that made me feel interested, or it could be my passion about it. Before I started lacrosse, I used to be on a dance team in my sophomore year of high school. I was 16 when I first joined dance team and started joining school clubs or anything like involves sports, but I was joining dance team in my high school for the first time. I left the dance team after my talent show and I decided to officially leave, and I was going to think of performing for homecoming, but right now I wasn't going to perform since I left dance team on May 2022. It was just 1 month after my talent show on April 28th. So right now in June, that's when I started my lacrosse. Keep in mind, I was introverted this whole summer and I didn't even hang out or have time to talk to anybody, just being all by myself. And that before I was collabed or get together as a team for lacrosse. So I'll be playing lacrosse at the park or my elementary school playground. That's what I'd be doing. And then I would do it like in the morning with my mom. Another thing is that I really miss those days of like summer where I was doing lacrosse on my own. And right now where I'm at, it just makes me look back to how far I came, where I start from the beginning to right now. Back to the story of what happened and how I got there of lacrosse in my junior year now. It's now 2023. I'm on the lacrosse team. It all started when I met up with my psychiatrist who used to be a coach of lacrosse. Um, why I'm in the with the psychiatrist, you may ask. I was doing this testing that would be just one time. I don't know what kind of testing it was. It all started back in February, right before Valentine's Day. I'll get that into a minute, Valentine's Day. So I talked to my psychiatrist about lacrosse and how much I wanted to join. Before I wanted to join and thought I was gonna actually do it, I remember I was in the doctor's appointment with my dad, and I had the form. In my head, I've been thinking like, I stopped playing lacrosse by myself around maybe November because I thought I wasn't gonna be capable or maybe able to make it of myself, and I didn't like actually like give up. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that. I just regularly stopped playing lacrosse just myself. I was very too shy if I was gonna be in it or not so great at all to be in if I was actually going to be part of it. But now, before spring arrives, I definitely changed my mind that I am joining lacrosse. I confirmed that to my parents, and they agreed that I'm gonna join lacrosse. It wasn't lacrosse that I wanted to join for the first time. I usually wanted to join the girls basketball team, but I don't think I was gonna do girls basketball team. So I changed my mind that my sport and my passion would be lacrosse. Lacrosse has been my passion ever since. I talked to my psychiatrist about it and she helped me out. I asked her questions about where to begin of lacrosse or having a physical form to be part of it, especially like a family ID. Because you know all this importance when it comes to health and safety injury conditions. Safety injury conditions, as I said. So she emailed my coach, who is not my actual coach. He is a coach of varsity. And for me, I'm JV of lacrosse. You know, I'm a junior, but I'm not the only one who is a JV on junior year for lacrosse. There's also other juniors. And that's when it happens on Valentine's Day. I got my physical form, and that's when I met my coach from a lacrosse meeting with all the other girls. When I first walked in, I feel like I was a new student when I just first walked in. And the girls think like, oh, I must be new, but not in a mean way. They just have never seen me before. That's what I meant. I first met my coach. I talked about the physical form and that family ID to get in lacrosse team. And that's when I started to meet the girls who are part of lacrosse or just new being lacrosse team. All started, here is the actual journey. The first journey that happened was an indoor practice. I remember it was an indoor practice that we did, and it was my first time. My experience was the schedules were very confusing on what's been going on due to my parents be working or what time I should be here at practice or come home practice, and how does it all started the away games or home games of schedules, and how am I supposed to take transportation. Luckily it's going to be a bus. Yes, a bus, guys. Right now it's been all good. We understand the schedules. It's just that it was difficult for my parents, which they're okay now and they're used to it. So as me, which I'm okay with that as well. And I understand that. If I was late to something or I wasn't gonna be there, I would have let them know. But sometimes I would have never let them know or not let them know for maybe practice, but maybe a practice, but a game. I never been out of for a game unless I was. I would forget, but it's very it's very accurate and it's very it's good to remember that you need to remind your coaches or any like an adult to if you're coming or you're not coming or if you're going to be late or something like that. I should have just done it, but I know I do. I know I gotta do, right? Practice in the first day of practice, I was very pumped, and then outside, whew, looking back at it, like, can we talk about the weather around like during practices? It was chilly. It was very cold and chilly, and my hands couldn't handle, and especially my nose can be cold. But I'm okay right now. I was been sniffing and getting a stuffy nose, but I'm okay now, and it's spring. As long as that pollen doesn't attract and nothing makes me itch or have any allergies, which that's all that matters. So I had a female coach who is a JV. and the coach I was talking about in the first place was a male. So we only got two coaches, a male who is varsity and a female who is JV, like junior varsity. So my coach is the female of junior varsity, just to like, just to get the, you know. Sorry because I'm so sorry because this is I'm trying to think of much more to talk about since I haven't made a video through this whole time until right now, and it's pretty late. Excuse me. What else? Before I had to join lacrosse or started my journey, I didn't have a lacrosse equipment the whole entire time. But I did have a stick, but it's not like that kind of stick you might think of. I do have a lacrosse net of my own. I'm going to describe it. So, a long back, maybe a couple months, me and my dad started to go get something for lacrosse that I want to do. We had two choices I want to make, whether I get the lacrosse stick. By the way, we didn't go to a sports store at the time. We went to just Walmart. That's what I can recall. I saw this lacrosse stick, but at the same time, we saw a net with two sticks in this box. And what did I just choose? I chose like a 40 darn dollar of that set. And that stick was pretty small compared to the stick the which I will be talking about it later. I still have the net, and I would have been I'm still using that net if I was going outside, but I would take to lacrosse at my old high school if it was like an empty parking lot, a park, a playground, you know, just like outdoors if it's so nice out and no rain, no snow. We didn't even have snow this whole time. We did have a little snow, but not like fully snowed. Crazy weather. Such interesting, odd climate changes. You get the point. Okay. My stick was red. The first stick before it was red, I had this cheap Walmart lacrosse sticks my dad got ever since I started lacrosse by myself. It was black and white. The lacrosse balls were soft and a little light heavy light lacrosse balls. My dad, I remember the story. My dad found more lacrosse balls, which I'm not gonna tell you where it was, and just gave it to me, and it becomes like seven, but some of them went missing while I was playing with it, so I didn't. It was pretty very long time, but I do have two lacrosse balls that are red in this set that I've been talking about. That was from Walmart. Okay, now the lacrosse stick I have right now. I had this Under Armour lacrosse stick. My varsity coach, the varsity coach, gave it to me. It was an Under Armour pink and purple. But the girls in my lacrosse team had the same thing, and it's okay if they have the same thing. Because you know why? I definitely know what my lacrosse stick, which is mine. Because I had a temporary label to stick on with my name and my last name initial, just to know which one is my lacrosse stick. You guys can search it up. Search up Under Armour pink and purple lacrosse stick. It was very cool. My dream cross stick, I was thinking in my mind would have been my favorite colors, purple or black. But get this, my junior varsity coach had my favorite colors of her lacrosse stick that she uses. I was very so lucky for her. I'm not just jealous. I'm just very happy there was a purple and black. Um, the purple was the strings, and the black was the head and the stick. I think there was white included. Not sure. But all I know is just purple and black, and I'm very happy there was. Another topic, still lacrosse, but I'm just making it parts of sections. Let me think of. Okay, I did talk about the weather was being so chilly. It was. I just had to reconnect because of the Wi-Fi. What else? Oh, I do be showing up to practices a lot, but sometimes I can be late or maybe I'm not here, which is okay. At least I get to go back. The last time I was at practice was yesterday, and for that practice, I still do have practices on spring break, which I'm very happy of because my game is coming up of this month. We just finished the games of March, and now we're gonna have one in April. I will talk about what happened to the games, but the another thing I wanted to talk about is how I made it to the lacrosse team. Let's see. How I made it to the lacrosse team is I gotta do tryouts. My tryouts I started in March 6th. I hope it's right, the right date that I remembered. When it comes to tryouts for me, when it comes to tryouts for me, I remember messing up a little bit. The only thing I messed up, if you lacrosse girls know, or anyone who plays lacrosse, is you have to do the weaving. It's like a braid where you run and pass, and it has to be like three people on like a three line. That's the part when I messed up or got confused, and maybe everyone got confused. I can't be the only one, but it's okay. I'm used to that right now. I've been doing it better ever since. Practice makes perfect, am I right? The weaving was very difficult in the first start, which is okay. The warm ups were very simple, not that bad. But the running, oof, the running made me want to fall down when it comes to me, with my legs and wanting to cough. And the 2 laps, let me tell you, the new thing happening for the practice is we gotta run 2 laps. I did not give up. I did my best and kept going. And I did it. That's on period. Never give up of what you're putting through and what you do. Never give up on that. You just have to keep going. It's not over when you lose. The only thing it's over is if you quit. For me, I didn't like quit. Even especially dance, I doesn't mean that I didn't like it. It's just that I wanted to move on something with a new life since I was starting my junior year. That's when lacrosse came along. Okay. So tryouts, right? And after the tryouts, I've heard my varsity coach is not making cuts this year. And you know what that means? Everyone in this lacrosse team, girls, are all all joined and accepted to be part of the lacrosse team. It has been the best day ever. I did have lacrosse goggles. I forgot to mention. I did bought lacrosse goggles with my dad at Sporting Goods. It was pink. I got the athletic finger gloves. I also get to have a free mouth guard from Coach. He got a bunch of mouth guards for anyone to use. We would have these practice pennies when it comes to practice before we actually have our uniforms. And you know what uniform number I had? My first jersey number, my first jersey uniform number is number 17. My first one was supposed to be number 11 because of my birthday month, but you gotta have like two options in case one of them is taken. My first one's supposed to be 11, but instead, my second option is 17 because of my age. And for the future, if I was going to play lacrosse continuously in my senior year, I would have got number 18 or number 24. 24 is my graduation year, but it's not 2023. So you know what that means for me or any of y'all class of 2024. I don't know how to feel about this because I feel like I'm still in high school forever, but time flies. Time really flies. Whew. Just very insane how time grown up so fast. Like, look at me now. I can't even remember if there's any memories I wanted to look back at, except some that I know. You know, we would have these uniforms that are like in two colors. The one color would have been away, and the other color would be a home game. If you guys have the uniforms, jerseys that would be for a home and away game, please let me know. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I do know one other person, and I know the team, but I do know one other person who's in a different school had the same thing when I first talked about it. She plays lacrosse too. What else? Oh, forgot to mention about the games. We started the games and we had like two away games, but it was my first time because for varsity they already went up before JV. So it was their first time being up in the games, like away games. It's their first time. When we get into the bus, by the way, the bus is the transportation that we would go for our away games. Everyone knows that. So what did we do in the bus? Mm, besides chatting, because that's normal. I remember this one story time when we had the first when I had my first away game. This girl, I think it was a varsity. She was doing the selling candy in the bus and did the same thing to coach. But my JV coach wasn't there until because she was driving on her own, just being on her way to the away game school. Another thing is that I really like is that we be blasting music and sing some songs. The first away game was in the bus was so cool. Our second one, I don't recall it much because I wasn't paying attention to anything. I was just paying attention to where we at or how long it's gonna be at. But for our first home game, a little bit backstory of it. Our first home game was supposed to be our high school. What happened is the field we can't even use it or use it anymore for some reasons. But I don't know the actual reasons, like actual real reasons. I remembered the reason would be they're gonna replace it or fixing something. The only thing we had to go to a home game, a place is our practice school. We had to, so the practice location was a middle school we went to, and the field is available. And that's the same thing for a home game. About the games, this is kind of hard to say. Not like actual hard to say, which I understand that if you guys have been through this, like I know it's all of you, you athletes. We lost, and you know how many times we lost. But I know we're gonna get through this because we're doing our best. We lost 3 times, 3 times, and that's crazy. Because I thought Upper Darby, I thought I almost said that. I almost said the name. I am so sorry. Okay. Oh my gosh, I almost said the name. I just feel super humiliated. I am very sorry to say that. I just want to keep things private. I thought our high school was the best for the win. But I realized last year things have been getting low, while the other schools are getting high wins, while ours is low loses. I know y'all trying your best, and we're all trying our best, especially the whole team. We lost because not only it was just me, it's the whole team. It's becoming a situation or a conflict where we weren't maybe running enough or catching up well, anything like that. And yeah, I'm getting through there, especially the running. The running is my most important part, which I'm trying my best without like having a hard time anything. I play defender slash defense while the opponents would be attack. My dream lacrosse goal for position, my dream position, I wanted to do attack, or if I wasn't able to do attack, then I would have been changed to another position, maybe a midi, or going on offense, or anything like that. But right now, I'm still in defense. I've been doing better on defense ever since. The first time I've been doing defense, it was pretty tricky how to get through it. Until now, I'm getting through it. And here, for the last game, I'm gonna tell you this one story. I made an opponent. I don't know if I did made an opponent do something, but she probably did it on herself. At first, I thought I hit her with my stick, but when I saw her on the ground, I knew the fact that she just fall down. I got super shocked. This, let me tell you, it was not funny. When I look back at the pictures my dad just took, honestly, my dad had the great shot, but it was kind of blurry. I look back, I was trying not to laugh at that pain, because I would have been in that situation too. I feel worried about the opponent, even though I'm not on the side, even though we're playing a game, whatever. But at the same time, that was pretty painful, and I hope she was okay. So what happened is this girl fall down while I was still on defense. I think I made the girl fall down, which I didn't mean to, or she just fall on herself. The most important part is I asked her if she's okay, but she got backed up. Hopefully it wasn't so painful, which I feel so bad. It was insane. For me, I'm not trying to not to laugh at that because that's pretty painful, you know. I hope it wasn't too painful. Hmm. Yes, we did lost 3 games, and yesterday I had to practice. The last thing we learned is we did a defense and attack on 2 partners. The side would be attack, and this one on like right here would be defense, and we would run through the field. Yesterday we were supposed to leave. I was thought we were supposed to leave like 7:15 because 7:15 is the end of the practice. But instead, we get to leave early, which I had no clue. The last thing I did was just still be with my 2 other teammates who were still there. We're doing like passing and catching and doing their drills until they both leave, and I was waiting for my dad to come by. I already told him that we get to leave early. And anytime we got practice, or sometimes anytime like I get picked up to go home from practice, sometimes I would get an ice cream or get some food before I head home. Well, maybe mostly ice cream. Yeah, ice cream. That is all for today of my story, my multiple stories, and a little quick update. Hold on. Okay. I actually just got my nail a little broken yesterday. It's short now, but it's not hurt. That's another thing. Lacrosse has been really alright. The practice was still good, but the game we've been losing, we gotta win this. And I'm hoping that we win this month. We just lost 3 games. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry for the delay and what's been going on, but this is what happened when I'm not here throughout the entire March.